Arne Slot's time at Liverpool is beginning to look uncertain as growing pressure mounts on the Dutch manager following a string of disappointing performances and results. What once started as an optimistic era of tactical renewal and fresh energy has quickly turned into a storm of criticism, confusion, and frustration among fans, players, and club insiders. Liverpool's latest defeats, combined with their underwhelming display in key matches, have forced many to question whether Slot truly understands the magnitude of the challenge he inherited at Anfield. When Slot was appointed as Jurgen Klopp's successor, expectations were sky-high. He was seen as a modern tactician capable of blending Klopp's intensity with his own structured, possession-based style. However, months into his reign, that balance seems far from achieved. The team's play has often lacked identity, too slow to press, too vulnerable at the back, and too predictable in attack. Fans who were patient at the start of the season are beginning to lose faith, especially after recent results where Liverpool have thrown away leads, failed to capitalize on chances, and looked disconnected on the pitch. Reports from within the club suggest that the board remains divided on what to do next. While some believe Slot deserves time to rebuild the squad and stamp his philosophy, others think the current trajectory could lead to disaster if not corrected soon. The financial implications of missing out on Champions League football are enormous, and the club can't afford another season of inconsistency. Sources claim that several members of the Liverpool hierarchy have already begun evaluating potential replacements should things continue to deteriorate. The dressing room atmosphere has also become tense. Some senior players reportedly find Slot's training methods too rigid and his tactical adjustments confusing. It's said that his frequent positional rotations have left players uncertain about their roles on the pitch. Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk, and Trent Alexander-Arnold, players known for their leadership and influence, are believed to have expressed frustration over the lack of clarity in the team's approach. These internal cracks have started to show in performances, as the once fluid and fearless Liverpool attack now looks hesitant and divided. For many fans, the concern isn't just about losing games, it's the manner in which Liverpool have been losing. Matches that should have been controlled end up turning into chaotic battles, with the team showing little tactical discipline or composure. Slot's decision-making during games, from late substitutions to questionable formations, has also drawn heavy criticism. The fan base, known for its loyalty, is beginning to echo a sentiment of concern that feels eerily reminiscent of the club's pre-Klopp struggles. Behind the scenes, Liverpool's boardroom has been holding quiet but increasingly tense discussions about how to handle the situation. While they remain reluctant to make rash decisions, there's a growing recognition that the atmosphere surrounding Arne Slot's project has soured dramatically. What began as a season of transition is now being described by insiders as uncertainty. A section of the board believes that if results don't improve before the next international break, the club may have no choice but to act decisively, even if that means parting ways with Slot earlier than anyone expected. Fans have not been silent either. The chants of support that once echoed through Anfield have been replaced by murmurs of frustration and disbelief. Social media has amplified those emotions, with #SlotOut trending after the latest defeat. Many supporters feel that Liverpool, once feared for its relentlessness, now plays without conviction or urgency. Some pundits have gone as far as to say the team has lost its soul, a damning reflection of how disconnected Liverpool now looks compared to the high-octane football that defined the Klopp era. The biggest issue facing Slot might be time, or rather, the lack of it. Modern football rarely allows managers a long grace period, especially at a club with Liverpool's stature. With rivals like Manchester City, Arsenal, and Tottenham all maintaining consistency, Liverpool can't afford to drift further away from the top four. The recent loss to Brentford, compounded by controversial VAR decisions, only worsened public opinion. While some fans sympathized with the officiating errors, most agreed that the team's overall performance wasn't good enough. Within the squad, younger players such as Hugo Ekitike and Florian Wirtz have struggled to settle, while others seem uncertain about their roles under Slot's system. The chemistry that once made Liverpool unstoppable has been replaced by moments of individual brilliance scattered across inconsistent performances. Even Salah, typically Liverpool's talisman, has looked increasingly frustrated, not just at missed chances, but at the team's inability to impose themselves against weaker opponents. Slot himself remains publicly calm, insisting that the process takes time and that the squad will eventually click. But privately, sources claim he's growing anxious about the mounting criticism. He knows that every game could now determine his future. The next few weeks, including the upcoming Champions League fixtures, might decide whether he survives the season or becomes the latest name in Liverpool's managerial casualty list. The reality is harsh but simple: at a club like Liverpool, history and expectation are unforgiving.